Good morning, metaphysical New Age community, and a good morning it is. The video I put out last night before I went to bed called New Age Racism and Other False Light, I think that's what I titled it. Anyway, it's the video before this. Boy, did that strike some chords out there. I didn't even get well, what I did was I posted it, okay, I put a link to it and a short description of what it was about on a bunch of different New Age type sites out there. Again, I'm not going to pick on individuals because I'm not about hurting people. I'm not about hurting anyone. This is actually about truth and freedom and things that this world hears the words but doesn't know what they mean. Lots of different channelers got to see my message about it because it's important, you know. It's important that some realism and some truth be thrown into this equation. So anyway, pointed out some things, some very unhealthy things that are being taught and shared and channeled in the New Age community, and causing destruction and even more problems on this planet, leading towards troubles that people don't need, and etc., etc. So anyway, all night last night, every time I went to sleep, got lucid and in the astral realms, beings were coming to me acting as friends, acting like guides, giving some false love, which was what the whole message was about, some false light, and then slipping in ideas that were meant to destroy me emotionally, okay? Spiritual battle time video number 1 was about direct attacks, trying to bully me and terrify me in a monstrous sense. That backfired horribly because that doesn't work at all. You be a monster with me, I'll just be a bigger monster with your monster and I'll eat it, you know. So they figured out that doesn't work. So last night it was all about deception. It was all about reading my energy fields, my chakras, reading my emotions, reading my life experiences, reading my mind, and picking out things that could be the most manipulative to really devastate me emotionally. Now I have to admit, you did make me cry very, very hard in the astral, okay? Like I don't know if I've ever even seen anyone cry that violently. And it hurt, you know, it hurt emotionally. So, well played, sir. but here's the thing. I am more uplifted now, and I'm in a better place now by far than I was yesterday, or, well, it just keeps getting better for me, you know? And when I say me, sure, me as an individual, this is a great journey for me, but the real me I'm referring to here is just the truth, okay? The truth. The energy of truth. Because here's the thing, you little black magic dabblers that feel so threatened by the truth because your flock might wake up and realize they have the power and they don't need your lies anymore. The truth, you're not going to stop the truth. Even if you did manage to deceive this guy to where he went all self-destructive and, you know, went off and, you know, tore his own family apart or whatever it is you were trying to trick me into, it wouldn't matter. This is just like one circuit. This truth that's coming at you would just come out of another circuit at you. You can't stop it. Don't you understand that? If you had any kind of spiritual understanding, you would already know that. It's futile. And furthermore, you don't understand what you're trying to stop. It's for you too. You're not free right now. These parasitic spirits that have you doing this nonsense, they're not giving you power. They're sucking it out of you and draining you. That's why you're so weak, that you let them deceive you and you let them use you and pit you against other people. Okay? It's not in your best interest, in case you haven't figured that out yet. Your physical health gets worse, your emotional health, your spiritual health, and the people that you're leading and guiding in this great New Age racist idiotic mess that's being formed here. Guys, come on, it's not helping you. The real truth would actually set you free. Now I realize The problem on this planet is those are just words to people. People accept false freedom, just like they accept false light. When you get your religious hammer, whether it was old age religion or now this new age religion, and it hits you over the head and says, "Oh, now you're free because the truth is setting you free, and the light and the light and the light and the light and light worker." Oh, come on, give me a lightsaber. You know, that's ridiculous. People, if it is not really building you up and empowering you, and you're not finding your own power and realizing you're the source, you're the source. If somebody has you thinking they're the source or they're the connection to the source, they're feeding you just enough truth in the message that it sounds kind of good. It clicks on certain things, but then they're also weaving in the cancerous false messages into this is the game. This is the same as what's been done in all your holy books, okay? There's shreds of pearls of wisdom in there, so you go, "Oh, see, that's real, I know it." And then there's a whole bunch of deception written into it as well. That's the game. Feed people a crumb of truth and then some poison in that crumb. Okay? So I deflected back to you your nonsense. Okay? Yeah, you made me cry. Yeah, you made my heart ache. Blah, blah. Now I feel better than ever. Okay? Like the ultimate detox just occurred, and I sent a shockwave all across the planet just so it hit all of you that are doing this kind of nonsense, you know? And I don't mean the individuals. I don't mean the people that are being manipulated by these forces they clearly don't understand. I mean the forces themselves. And even to those, look, whatever you are, you parasitic entities that hide out behind religious figures and have them, you know, draining the life and sanity out of a flock of people that's just getting, you know, they're always waiting for this special thing that's just around the corner, and you keep feeding them this line of shit and then you never actually give them anything. Yeah, that whole pattern, whatever you little parasitic guys are, I don't care what your name is, I don't care where you come from. Look, as far as I'm concerned, the truth is even for you, if you're capable of receiving it, whatever you are. I believe that all beings in the multiverse can all interact with each other in some kind of a mutually beneficial way, and we can all grow and expand. However, if you're so deeply dedicated to just holding everybody down, I mean, maybe you don't want to, and that's fine, but whatever you are, you're just going to get left behind, okay? The people are going to be free of you in this timeline or another, and it's an individual thing for each one of those people. But the truth is just going to keep coming through, okay? And the truth doesn't have to disguise itself as, "I'm the light, and I'm going to wear a clean white robe and kind of do hand gestures, and I'm going to name drop Jesus and Mary and God and Prime Creator and every big thing I can think of to sound like I'm really giving you something when I'm not." Guys, that, you know, the energy that's coming into this world that I'm calling truth, it's going to uplift people's perception, and that shit's going to fall away from them. It's not going to work, okay? So if you're capable of changing your path and aligning with actual truth and being real and actually trusting that by giving others something that is worth something, you'll end up having more of it yourself, because that's how this works, okay? By deceiving others so that you can have your little superiority position, you're screwing yourself over too, okay? If you care to understand how things actually work, start there. I'm not threatening anybody, I'm not mad at anybody, but unfortunately when you send your little black magic deceivers at me and I just deflect them back at you, they're just going to hurt you worse when they come back to you, okay? And I just get stronger and wiser from it. It's like a road sign. There's many road signs that my soul's guiding me on this journey, and that's just one of them. It shows me I'm absolutely on the right track when you have to attack me with nonsense like that, because I put out a bit of truth that threatens the powers that be, even in the New Age nonsense field. And I'm not saying everybody out there's nonsense, of course. You look inside and figure out what you're doing, if you can. If you have the courage to be honest and figure out your real motives, and figure out if some kind of spirits or beings are just telling you nonsense that your weak little ego really wanted to hear so bad that you were willing to sell out to it. Because the real you's better than all that, you know? They're giving you a false good view of yourself that's weak and pathetic. It's not serving you, and it's not serving the people you're feeding it to. So anyway, Real truth is going to continue to be coming into this world more and more now, in one way or another. Okay, you can't stop that. That's why again, this is not a personal attack on anybody. If you're involved with dabbling with these forces and you have to send them to silence the truth or whatever because, they're all irritated that they might lose influence when the people they're lying to realize, people, earthlings, anybody out there that is got an ear or an eye or an open heart right now, you have the power in you. Whoever this messenger is that's telling you which group of aliens you're waiting to come teach you or rescue you from whatever, it's crap, okay? You have anything they have. Whether it's a person on this planet or another one, you have it. You are the creator. If someone's telling you that you don't yet have God, but they're bringing it to you, they are a liar. They are a deceiver. Now, you may not feel like you have God. I understand that. You're lost in a dark, low vibrational world. You need to look deeper and deeper within yourself, okay? And if you're not willing to make the effort to do that because you prefer to take no responsibility and just have some prophet tell you all the truth and tell you what you're going to do next and how you're going to evolve next and stuff, then, you're not going to be graduating off this planet for a while. And that's okay. It's okay to flunk kindergarten for a million incarnations. We've probably all done that at some point, It's totally okay. You're totally fine. Your real source will always love you and always rebuild you from the damage you receive being lied to by stuff like this. Everything's going to be okay. But here in this crazy game of this energy field of all the weird spiritual forces interacting with each other in this world, true power can be yours. True freedom can be yours. True enlightenment and wisdom can be yours, okay? But you really need to start questioning things for yourself, and you need to start looking within. And you're going to have to find your center where you have confidence. And you don't need anybody's approval anymore. And you don't need any person in their special religious clothing or title to tell you you're on the right track. Okay? Look where that's gotten people so far on this planet. This is why I say, people, get out in nature and look at predatory animals, prey animals, and parasites. And understand that those energies are operating on all levels. Okay? In people, so-called, same thing. And in the forces behind the scenes, it's the same thing. So, if you have a judgment like, well, I like these and I don't like those, what you don't understand yet, those are all archetypes that belong within you, that are part of you, and if you're afraid of them, you're not learning anything. You need to pull all the energies to yourself and figure out how to put them all together into a bigger picture of wholeness. You know that old word holy that all these religious figures like to throw around? They don't ever really mention what it means, right? I don't even think they know what it means. It kind of means the same thing as holistic, which, the way you guys eat, you don't know what that means either. It means there's a lot of elements missing from your picture. That's why it's not whole. And the only way you're going to find your center and truth is the process of becoming more whole, okay? So if somebody's telling you those are the bad guys and these are the good guys and trust them and trust us and we're telling you about God and blah, 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 as long as you're looking outside yourself, it's a distraction. Someone's keeping you from finding what's real, okay? You, as much as anything else in the universe, have truth and have real power. But it's deep inside your universe. I'm not saying there's not something out there. There's plenty of things out there. There's also something even more important for you to discover deep into that universe in there. Okay? I don't need to give credit for every time I give this vessel gives a message. Doesn't need to name drop who it's coming from and play the name dropping game. That's getting ridiculous, guys. It's become this circus act of how many saints' names can I mention and how many archangels can I mention and how many alien races can I mention and how many dead celebrities can I mention, and I'll just throw Jesus in there because why not, and God and any other thing I can think of to sound important, and then at the end of the message you've really been given basically nothing still except a few special words and then some crap to come along with it. humanity inside you, you do have the wisdom to discern that for yourself, but you have to make that effort. That has to mean something to you. You discovering your own empowerment, your own ability to discern your own wisdom, and so forth has to mean more to you than fitting into some little cult flock where it feels nice to be, have your ego fluffed or be told a bunch of soothing sounding crap from some, I don't want to say a bunch of mean words, but some puppet on a stage, a religious puppet, okay? The same way the New Age, most of you look at old-fashioned religion and say, oh, that's crazy, it's false, blah, 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 I can't believe anybody ever believed that. Well, guys, what's really changed? They've changed the names, they've slightly changed the costumes, but they're doing the same thing, the vast majority of them, okay? They're doing an act where they're the thing between you and your source, or they're the thing between you and your truth, or they're the thing between you and your next evolutionary step of spiritual growth. Anybody that's pretending to be the thing between you and your source, ask yourself why they would want to be between you and your source. Start there. Love, respect, honor, truth, and sincerity to all of you.